Joining us now, Alana Zaitchik. 6 members of her family in Israel, including twin 3-year-olds, were kidnapped from their kibbutz by Hamas and are now believed to be hostages in Gaza. Alana, thank you for coming on and sharing your story. What is the latest that you know about the whereabouts of your family? Who in your family has been taken? How were they taken? And what is the latest you can tell us about them?
Sure. So the latest we know is that they're in Gaza, alive. That's what the IDF has confirmed to my family in Israel, to their immediate family. I have 6 family members who are missing or hostage. My cousin Sharon and her husband David and their twin girls, Emma and Julie, who are 3, they live on Kibbutz Nir Oz. And my cousin Danielle, who is her sister, who was visiting them for the weekend with her 5-year-old daughter, Amelia. So all 6 of them were in the kibbutz, sleeping, woke up to a red alert, which is what we know is business as usual, down by where they live near Gaza, because that happens all the time when the rockets are going off and the Iron Dome is intercepting them. But they ran to their bomb shelter, as they do, and then they began, as the hours progressed, to realize it was very different. They were in contact with my aunt and uncle and their brother the whole time, and we discovered that they started to hear people in the neighbor's house. The homes began burning, so smoke began filling into their house and into the bomb shelter. And my cousin Sharon sent a voice note to my aunt about the smoke, and she said, I don't think we're going to make it. We love you. And that was the last that we heard from them.
And was there any word of Israeli police coming onto the scene or anything, or was it just
it took hours
against the
from what I know? So David, his family also lives on the kibbutz, and they're the ones who confirmed that the house was empty and they weren't there. And this was after several hours of us just waiting and waiting for news. So I think they had quite a few hours, that Hamas had hours to really ravage the kibbutz. The kibbutz had 400 residents. It now has what we know of as 160 remaining.
National security expert on our show earlier described this situation with the hostages as dire. The helplessness must be unimaginable, impossible to live with. So I guess I ask you, what is your message to your family's captors, to the United States, to Israel?
I don't think there can be a message to the captors. The captors are evil, so they're not going to listen to me. My message is really to my community here in America and Israelis. I feel that we need to come together more than ever. This is a crisis against humanity. And this is not a time, I spoke at the UN on Friday, and I said this is not a time for discourse. And I know this is your jobs to have discourse and debate, but I don't think among the people it's the time. I think we have to come together, and we need to free the people from Hamas. We have to bring my family back. We have to bring all of the hostages back. And that should be our #1 focus.
So, Alana, take us to a week ago Saturday morning, an average American Saturday morning, especially in Brooklyn. What happened to you?
I woke up and I saw the news, and I knew it was different instantly, and I started crying hysterically. It's not usually what would happen. I usually would see the rockets, but I knew something was different. I could just feel it, and I waited hours and hours and hours. And there's a time difference, so there's always going to be a delay of some sort. So my brother came over, and we sat around waiting, and I felt, okay, it's fine. They're going to be fine. They're going to get out. And then my mom called me, wailing that they're missing, they're gone, they're gone. And I don't know, I fell to my knees. I don't know, there are no words to describe. This is a trauma that I could have never been prepared for.
So, Alana, you said that the Israeli Defense Forces have said that they believe your family's alive, but they haven't said how. What do you, beyond obviously their release, what do you hope can happen now? What do you want to see from the Israeli government, but also from the United States government? What more can they be doing to helping your family and families like yours who have loved ones who are missing?
The first thing they can do is have a conversation with us. I think that because my family in Israel are not American, they are all Israelis, and but I'm American, and this is my family, and I need to get them back. We need to get them back. So I want to have a conversation. That's what I would say to start. I'm not right. I'm just a person who loves her family very deeply and will do anything for them to get them back. So I just want to have a conversation.
Alana Zaitchik, thank you very much for coming on the show this morning. We'll
Thank
be
you for
praying
having
for
me.
you. Thank you.